today I'm making a special video for Valentine's Day. But since I'm single, I'm gonna be the Grinch of Valentine's Day, of course. So today we will read one of the worst dates from Reddit. I'm sorry if I have a lot of things from Reddit. It's just that I still have to search for new resources from stories and all that. So if y'all can leave from the comments so I can search them. I don't know. But anyways, we shall start. So, story number 1. Okay. Back in college, I was invited to an ice rink with a girl I liked and some of her friends. I did not know how to ice skate and I did not pick up very quickly, but I wanted to try and impress her somehow. Well, I hugged the wall and the whole time and made a fool of myself. The highlight was when I saw a flash of light as I fell in front of a group of people. Turns out I'd fallen right at the moment someone took a picture. So my failure was immortalized, girl, and forever. She took me back to my apartment and ended the relationship before it began. On a lighter note, the woman who is now my wife was at the right ice rink on that night. We didn't really realize we were there at the same time until a year or two into our relationship. And she exclaimed, "You were that guy who couldn't ice skate?" Yeah, she didn't seem that into you. Actually, it's cute. Kind of mad. I wanted to be the Grinch today of love. I wanted to be against Cupidon, but it's cute. Like, imagine just meeting like your future partner literally at the moment of the worst time you could ever possibly could think of. You were made a fool. But anyways, second story. I went out with a guy that my roommate sent me up with a few years ago. First, he was vocally irritated that I wore heels because it made him less taller than me. Ooh. Bad for him. Note, he was still taller than me by a few inches, but just less taller. Really? Damn. How insecure. Or even if he was insecure, he could have just be vocal about it. I don't know. Dinner went all right, although we didn't have a lot in common. It happens. After dinner, we meet back up with my roommate and her boyfriend, and we all went to a house party of their friends. I basically knew no one. Damn. At the party, my date's somewhat newly ex-girlfriend was there. To summarize, she called me a whore, spilled my drink on me, threatened to fight me, told me she gave him herpes. Disclaimer, people, on Valentine's Day, if you go on dates, wear protection. Wear protection. Most important. Came back an hour later looking for me, hugged me, grabbed my ass. What the fuck? And apologized and told me I was hot. So I guess it went pretty well by the end of the night. Girl, no. Who was this guy? What the That's, I have no words. I, you know what? Let's go to the next one. I have no words, really. Okay, so this is a mini story, we will say. Wasn't necessarily the date, which was bad on its own, but the fact that she hung out in my parking lot for 2 hours after she dropped me off in case I changed my mind about doing something after dinner. That's why you need communication, people, because things like this could happen. Girl, 2 hours in the parking? By that time, you could have matched with somebody else on Tinder or something and have something, I don't know. Okay, this is kind of long story. He was more than 3 hours late and was texting me telling me that he was 20 minutes away. Oh my, I hate people like this. For two of those hours, as soon as he arrived, he tried to tell me to leave the part of the venue dive bar. I'd already paid in so we could go where he wanted. Tried to start a fight with a friend I'd happened to run into. What? And called my aunt, who talked me into going out with him in the first place, a cock blocking bitch. That would have been my signal to just go home, I swear. I would have said my dog is swimming in the pool with my fucking bird. I don't know. I just have invented anything just to go out. What the fuck? I just walked away from him after that last one and we never spoke like this, clean, like this. Girl, if somebody disrespects you, one, leave. Leave. Two, start fight. Like, people who are rude to not my friends, but the friends of the partners, or like when you go on a date and somebody's rude to the waiter or to the person that arranges the venue. Oh my god, just disgusting. I can. Wait, we will continue. Actually, there was a second part. I'm sorry. I would have just started like this. I waited so long because I liked the bands that were playing. I wouldn't have stayed if I was sitting around doing nothing. He got there just before the last band finished, but I'd had about enough of him. But then, because he'd be telling me that he was on the train in the same place for 2 hours, we don't live in the middle of nowhere, and he could have easily gotten a bus or a tram the rest of the way. In the time, if there was a problem with the train, he never gave me a proper excuse, but I didn't really care at that point. Same. He could have told, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. Tell me anything, and I still wouldn't believe him. Like, at that point, he's disrespectful as fuck. Fourth story, I think. Three, four, five. Fifth or sixth, I don't know. I went on a Tinder date. Oh boy, this one is gonna be interesting. Tinder dates are a 50-50 stakes of good, not relationship, but dates. You could run up to a serial killer or somebody who's really a good person that you be like, I'm too bad for you. Oh my god, so cheesy. But anyways, I went on a Tinder date with a guy who is now in my contact as do not answer penis pic. Okay. Prior to the date, he seemed normal. We texted and talked on the phone, then arranged to meet at a restaurant bar. He was cute, but definitely bitter about something. He was from California and apparently didn't like this new city we were in. He started talking about sex and blowjobs and complaining about how uptight everyone here is about sex. Well, of course, nobody has the same principles as you. If you want to sleep around, but don't judge somebody because they want to wait or just don't want to do it. What? He invited the waitress to a party his company was throwing. Again, about the waitress and all. Why would you? Why? Just why? After sending back the French fries he ordered, I showed him a picture of my dog on my phone. He took out his phone and showed me a picture of his penis. I told y'all, oh my, Tinder dates are the worst. We walked out of the restaurant together to get our cars from the valet. My car came first and I left. He texted me later that he had my sweater. Apparently, I dropped it in the way out, and if I wanted to see it again, I'd have to hang out with him. R.I.P. sweater. Valid. Even if that sweater had it for 5 years and I'm really attached to my belongings, I would have said goodbye too. So, 2 more stories till the end of this video. Okay. Made plans with this guy I knew from a charity I was on the board with. He takes me a chain Mexican restaurant. I pull up a few minutes early, but my dad flies a plane and was going to be flying overhead of the restaurant, and I wanted to see him fly over at 8 sharp. The guy calls me and tells me that I am late. I tried to explain the whole flyby thing. He wasn't having it. We go inside and I try to order some food, and he tells me that we are not getting food and that I can't eat. Then he starts going off a major political rants, which I'm completely opposed to. I ask him if this is all a joke or if he really is being serious. Finally, convince him to at least get an appetizer I was not allowed to choose. He got guacamole tableside, but only had them put onions in the avocados. I was planning my escape when he asked, "Are you figure? What the fuck did I just say? Figuring out how you're going to leave? Yep. Thanks for the one domestic beer. Bye." One thing that is rude. We go to a restaurant and we don't order food. Okay, let's go over that one. But if I was him, I would completely understand if she wanted to see her father fly over. Like, it's cute. I don't know. I only had one, I think, or two, where the dates where the woman was kind of not even weird that way, actually. Where are these guys? like this. Final story of the night, because I had enough with these stories. Really, I wanted to be the Grinch, but these guys are worse than the Grinch. It's like they're setting themselves up to failure in relationship. But anyway, went on a blind date. Oh boy, what a lady who wouldn't stop picking at her scabs. Just made a pile out of them at the restaurant, on the restaurant table. I excused myself to use the washroom, and when I came back, my soup was there, but the pile of scab wasn't. No, I didn't eat the soup. Understandable. The worst, if you're a germaphobe, die right there and then. Literally. You know what? I'm gonna read another one. You know, it's just under this one, so I see it's a little one, so why not? Guy told me he just recently got out of a long-term relationship, so he wasn't looking for a commitment, but asked me if he could be my maintenance man as he stroked his penis through his jeans. Oh, I regret reading this one. I'm sorry for y'all seeing the phone. I have some technical issues right now, and even this video should have came today, like Friday, but I'm still working in the edits. Actually, for real, the video that I had to upload this Friday wasn't good, so here I am. But anyways, hope y'all like this horrible date stories. Hope y'all have more good ones than these people. Really, y'all have a sexy night and a hot night. And have a wonderful day and week. And see y'all next time.